Okay, this type of question, I got two questions. This is empirical formula question. They give you the mass and they give you the formula and they ask the RAM. RAM or one of the elements that present in the compound. So soalan macam ni kena buat. Okay, so this calculation you all should be able to do. You can check in my book also lah. Okay, so we try to do this question together. When you get this question, dia dah bagi formula simpan, dia dah bagi apa? The formula given right. The mass of element X and element Y is given. So you guys do table. Okay, do the table like this. Okay, after do the table, you put the elements. So the compound contain what element? So the compound contain, so just do okay, the compound contain element X and element Y. Okay, okay. Mana yang lain? Okay, tak join. Okay, so you do what? First step, you all put your mass. Mass, gram. Okay, after that, you all do what? You need to find the number of moles. So number of, okay, moles. So you guys put here MOL. Then third step, you all have to find the ratio. Okay, so ini ratio. Okay, so find the mass. Mass of element X. So you put here 2.08. Mass of element Y. Okay, element Y is given 4.26. Okay, so cuba letak. Okay, can Aizwan. Okay, cuba letak. This is page ni 26. Okay, dah letak. Okay, after that, you guys do what? You guys do the number of mole. How to find the number of mole? You take the mass over molar mass. Molar mass of element lah. So what you guys do here? 2.08. Then look at the question. Ada tak diberi element X punya RAM? It's not given, right? So it's not given. You all represent with one symbol. M. Okay, kan? And Y, okay, ni Y 4.2, right? So mass is 4.2. What is the RAM of Y given, right? So you all put here 35.5. Okay, any question? No, Okay, then how to get the ratio? So that means we need to find the RAM of Xi. How to get the ratio? So from the question, check the formula. Formula given in the question, right? This is the formula. So formula given XY3, right? Okay, XY3. So far, okay, so X is 1, Y is 3. So you all do like this lah. Any question? Any question? No question, Okay, after that, you all need to settle this, okay, ratio question. So how to settle this? Very simple. 2.08, okay, divide with M double dot 4.26 divide with 35.5, okay, equal as 1, 2, 3. You all do like this, okay? Can Okay, after you guys already do this, what you all do here, this is depan, this is belakang, this is depan and belakang for your right hand side. So depan kekalkan 2.08, depan simpan, depan, and the belakang darab. Okay, times with what? Times with 3 lah. Times with 3. Okay, plus sama dengan, so what you do, depan this one, right? One kekalkan, then you do what? This one pindah belakang. So you do what? Times with 4.26 divide with 35.5. Ini ada cara. You got a lot of cara, you know. So you all try to settle the ni lah, M lah. Any questions so far? Okay. So final question, Okay, after that, what do you do? This one times now. When you times, you will get, okay, 6.24. Okay, divide with M. Okay, this one 4.26 divide with 35.5. Then cross multiple. Ini darab sini, ini darab sini. So what you guys will get? 6.24 times with 35.5 equal as 4.26 times with M. Now you selesaikan cari M. So M how to cari? 6.24 times with 35.5 divide with 4.26. You guys should get 52, the answer. Any question? Any question? No question, Okay, so same question like this. Okay, I'm doing recording later. I will share the recording. So you all can, same question like this, ada di sini. So same question. So same method, try to do the answer 64 is given. Try to do until you all can do. So got 3 questions, don't make any mistake. Okay, your paper 2 structure question. So this question very important. So we try to get calculation first. Okay, teori semua you boleh baca dalam buku. Okay, so we try to go for the question. Okay, so they give you a copper to oxide. So this experiment, salinkan nota penting nota penting So this one, okay, copper to oxide, or you can take PbO. PbO. Okay, kan? Kalau di sini dia, this one, what is the function of magnesium and hydrochloric acid? If they ask, just put supply membekalkan supply hydrogen gas. The hydrogen gas will flow through here. Okay, what will happen? Copper. So what will happen here? Copper to oxide. Okay, reacted with the hydrogen gas, you will get copper plus water. This is the main equation. Okay, can So safety precaution. Okay, why the glass tube need to heated for after few minute. Semua tu kena belajar. What is the function of this one? Supply hydrogen gas. What is the meaning of empirical formula? Tolong practice. This experiment, okay, is used to determine lead to oxide ataupun copper to oxide. This one very easy. Okay, now we focus on calculation. How to do the calculation? So here they ask what copper, right? So you put symbol of copper, here symbol of oxide. Jangan letak O2, satu markah gone. Okay, sini semua kena atom. Okay, now you want to find the mass of copper, main potong saja. Macam mana main potong? So we do what? Glass tube cancel. Glass tube cancel. So apa you ada di sini? Copper, right? So take this value minus with this value. So I put here 56.66 minus with 53.46. Anyone can give me the answer? Malas nak tekan calculator. 56.66 minus with 56.46. Okay, why you all down?
0.2.
Okay, so you will get 0.2 gram. Unit sudah letak sini kan? So please memorize this. What?
3.2.
Okay, so
3.2.
okay, 3.2 gram. Okay, so remember, glass tube cancel, glass tube cancel. Balance, you got what? Copper. Okay, now I want to find the mass of oxygen. Macam mana nak cari? Okay, glass tube cancel. Glass tube cancel, so the balance mass equal already. So what do you guys do here? Copper cancel, balance you ada apa? Oxygen. So take this value minus lah. So 57.46 minus with 56.66. What is the answer? Anyone? Calculator.
Zero point.
Okay, 0.74. Correct?
Huh? I got 0.8, sir.
Okay, I don't know lah. You all do 0. What? Hey,
0.8.
Okay. Again, Yusuf. 0.
0.8, sir.
Okay, 0.8. Okay, 0.8. Sudah dapat ni kan? Then what you guys do here? Okay, take the mass, divide with RAM, which is 64. 0.8 divide with 16. So what is the answer you will get? So 64. So I will get answer. Okay, answer I get 0.05. Jangan sini dah ada unit kan, so jangan pergi letak dalam situ. Okay, 0.8 divide with 16, so I got answer 0.052. So you want to find the ratio, very simple. 0.05 divide with 0.05, you get 1. 0.05 divide with 0.05, you get 1. So empirical formula CuO. So you dah dapat 3 atau 4 markah for this question. Equation memorize. Okay, safety precaution memorize. What is the function of this one? Memorize. What is the definition of empirical formula? Memorize. Okay, can I?
They just take out from the heater and put on it.
Don't know what they're waiting for also.
Okay lah, main lah je then. Okay, okay. So understand Okay, so this one try. Okay, so so tomorrow what I will do when I'm discussing chapter section C, I will discuss all the acid-based question lah. So acid-based question, all this lah. Can Okay, so we go for today's lesson. So today's the part is section B. Okay, the section B we already discussed just now. We already discussed until here, right? Okay, now I want to discuss this one. Okay, Anisha got send the picture one. Okay. Correct, correct. Very good, Ma. Okay, so we go for this question. So make sure write down Okay. Tengok soalan macam ni belum pernah keluar, so make sure practice sampai you all dapat. Okay, so look at the question. Okay, we already discussed this so tolong tengok recording balik. Okay, the latex explain how latex coagulated. Baca ni. Latex obtained from the rubber tree will be coagulated immediately. Okay, immediately to prevent latex from coagulate. Okay, what is that? Latex obtained from the rubber tree will be coagulated immediately. Okay, so that means bila latex dah keluar dah dapat daripada bark of rubber tree, it will coagulate. Okay, if you left untreated, that means kena bawa ke kilang, kena tuangkan methanoic acid. Otherwise, what will happen? It will be coagulated due to the presence of what? Bacteria. Okay, explain one suitable method. Explain how it's coagulated. Okay, then suitable method to prevent the coagulation of latex until you bring to the factory and treated with the methanoic acid. So apa maksud dia? So you kena tahu dalam bila dah dapat latex, this is latex. Latex is covered by what? A layer of protein membrane. This is protein, okay, protein membrane. And the surface of protein membrane, okay. So is covered by protein membrane. Inside here kita ada rubber polymer, and the surface of the protein membrane is negatively, okay, negatively charged. So bila exposed, when it's exposed to the air, udara, apa akan berlaku in the udara? We have what? Bacteria. This bacteria will do what? It will feed on the protein membrane. Dia akan makan protein membrane, and this bacteria will produce what acid? Lactic acid. Lactic acid contain what ion? A lot of hydrogen ion. So it will do what? It will add a lot of positive charges, and it will neutralize the negative charges on the surface of the protein membrane. Okay, so negative charges akan hilang. So what will happen? The rubber particle ada di sini, all they will collide. Dia akan melanggar. Then the protein membrane will break and they are set free. And this rubber is contaminated with bacteria. You cannot reuse again. Okay, so itu yang kamu kena explain di sini untuk dapat 6 markah. Then you have to describe one method to prevent this. Method to prevent this, okay, method, we add what solution? We add ammonia solution. Ammonia, you mesti tulis solution. Why you have to add ammonia solution? Because ammonia NH3, bila ada solution, that means there's water. Solution means water. Okay, so ammonia is a weak alkali. So it will produce what? Ammonium ion. So di sini hydrogen ion akan ionize, hydroxide ion ni, ini dia pergi form dative bonding. Dia akan pergi bentuk dative bonding. Okay, so dah dapat ammonium ion, right? So ammonium ion is a neutral ion. Dia takkan kacau. Then we have hydroxide ion. This ion is what ion? Is a alkaline ion. Alkali ion. So bacteria cannot survive in alkali medium. So katakan di sini hydrogen ion masuk. So this hydroxide ion will neutralize the hydrogen ions produced by the bacteria. And it also will add more negative charges and will make sure the rubber particle repel each other all the time. Okay, sampai dibawa ke kilang, dia masukkan methanoic acid. So this is the one you have to explain. So dah understand process dia kan? Okay, so cara nak jawab. Kita jawab point 1. Okay, first point pertama. First point, you write down the bacteria on the air. Okay, so put your bacteria on the air, dalam udara. Okay, bacteria not on the air. Bacteria in the air, okay, will do what? Will on. Feed on the protein. Okay, protein membrane. Protein membrane of what? Of rubber. Rubber particle. Rubber particle means bulat, ada gelang, ada negative charges. Okay, will permeate. Okay, particles. Okay, banyak particles. So you already score 1 mark. Any question? Okay, then point number 2, you letak ni, so the bacteria will produce what? Bacteria will produce, okay, produce lactic acid. Lactic acid. Okay, then you sambung the hydrogen ion from the acid. Acid will do what? Mesti ada perkataan ni. Will neutralize the negative. Okay, negative charges. Charges on the protein. Protein membrane. Protein membrane of rubber. Rubber particles. Rubber particles. You already score your point 2, point 3. Any question? Any question? No, eh? Okay, point 4. Point 4. Once the rubber particle neutralize, it will happen do what? It will collide each other. So what happened? You put here the rubber particles. Particles will collide. Collide each other. You can put the neutral rubber particle also can. It will collide each other. Okay, and it causes what? Cause, okay, the protein. Okay, protein membrane. Protein membrane. Okay, membrane protein. To do what? To break up. So you already score your point 4 and point 5. Any question? Okay, then point 6. So I letak point 6. So I put point 6. Okay, point 6, what will happen? The rubber polymer, so dah pecah kan? So what will happen inside the protein membrane? Kita ada apa? Rubber polymers. Rubber polymers will do what? Will combine. Combine each other, will combine each other and causes coagulated. Okay, causes, okay, combine each other and this causes the latex. Latex coagulated. Dia akan mengumpal. Any question? So you already score your point 6. Any question? Any question? Okay, sini dibagi berapa markah? 8 markah. So you have to do 2 more marks for what? The method used to prevent the coagulation of latex. So point number 7. So I put here point 7. What you guys do here? Point 7 by adding. So we add ammonia. Okay, ammonia solution. Cukup, you tak perlu pergi bagi tahu to prevent all this. Add ammonia solution into a latex. So, satu markah. Okay, point number 8. Explain why. Okay, the hydroxide ion. So, you put here the hydroxide. Hydroxide ion from what solution? From ammonia. Ammonia solution. Will do what? Will neutralize. Dia akan meneutralizekan. Okay, neutralize the hydrogen ion produced by siapa? Produced by bacteria. Cukup. Kalau point number 9 baru bagi tahu latex ni. Okay. Okay, so point number 8. Katakan kalau saya tambah satu lagi point. Okay, protein membrane. So maksudnya the protein membrane, what will happen? So protein membrane. Okay, protein membrane of the latex. Latex, okay, remain negatively charged. So I put here remains negatively charged. Okay, ini pun ada dalam buku kamu. Okay, any question? Saya ambil daripada ini, daripada buku je. Okay, so jawapan ni semua saya ambil daripada buku. The bacteria in the air will feed on the protein membrane of the rubber particles. Okay, so bacteria will produce what acid? Lactic acid. The hydrogen ion from the acid will neutralize the negative charges on the protein membrane of the rubber particles. So neutral rubber particle akan collide each other, causes the protein membrane to break up. So rubber polymers combine each other, causes the latex coagulated. To prevent this, we add ammonia solution. The hydroxide ion from ammonia solution will neutralize the hydrogen ion produced by bacteria. Satu markah. Thus, the protein membrane of the latex remains negatively charged and repel each other okay, each other ataupun remain negatively charged. Okay, you guys want to copy down, copy down. Okay, point 1, 2, 3. Or screenshot. Okay, point 4, 5, 6. Apa ya tulis karangan panjang-panjang dalam exam. Just do point form enough. Okay, point 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you already score 8 marks there. Okay, any question guys so far? Johan, got any question?
No, sir.
No, okay. Wah, siapa pakai H2SO4? Punya formula semua. Nama you orang semua. Power lah y'all. Mother of, this is mother of acid lah. Sulfuric acid. Okay, done. Okay, so
Sir.
you guys can, yeah.
If sulfuric acid is mother of acid, what is father of acid then?
Father of acid lah. Father of acid sampai sekarang saya pun tengah fikir lah. Father of acid. Let Yusof think lah. Okay. Father of modern predictable I know lah. Okay. Father of acid belum lagi. Okay. Can Okay. Now we try to answer third question. They will ask you to justify, this question. Justify, natural rubber is not suitable for making vehicle tire. Justify the above. Bila justify, you rasa agree means you put yes. Yes, I agree lah. Yes, I agree with the above statement. Betul lah sebab rubber particle, rubber ni memang very soft. Okay, then suggest a process, okay, to be conducted to overcome this process. Okay, ni lah problem. Okay, so what is your suggestion? So you dah bagi tahu ni kan? So tiga markah, right? So you already agree, right? So after that, you see justify the above statement. Okay, make suggest a process can be done. Okay, so that the natural rubber can be used to make a vehicle. Very simple. Okay, you already do like this, right? So why? Because you put your first point, natural rubber. Rubber is what? Is less elastic. Less elastic. Okay, so and one more point. So you put here not heat resistant. Not heat resistant or cannot withstand high temperature and pressure. Okay, so you already get 2 marks for this. Any question? Okay, 2 marks, right? So they want you to suggest what? Baca tengok, suggest a process. What is the name of the process you can suggest to increase the elasticity or to modify anyone by adding sulfur crosslink? What is the name of the process we call vulcanization process? Any question? Vulcanization process. Dalam makmal, how to do the vulcanization process. In laboratory, how to do the vulcanization process, kita potong natural rubber. Okay, we cut the natural rubber. Ini natural rubber kita panggil apa? Unvulcanized rubber. Okay, then we take a solution, Okay, we take a solution, we soak in the solution, rendamkan dalam satu larutan. So, ambil kita rendamkan dalam satu larutan. Apa nama larutan tu? In laboratory, this one you do in where? In laboratory. What is the name of the solution? Okay, remember disulfur, okay, disulfur dichloride solution. Disulfur dichloride solution or sulfur monochloride solution. Mana-mana satu. Okay, copy down this in your notes. So once you are soaked in the disulfur dichloride solution, so apa akan dapat? Kamu akan dapat vulcanized rubber. Can And this vulcanized rubber can be used to make tire. Okay, once finish this, one person angkat tangan. Okay, cepat je katakan. Okay, okay. So if let's say they ask you to draw, let's say they ask you to draw lah, katakan keluar, dia bagi 3 macam ni, ombak. Okay, 1 rubber strip, okay, 2, okay, 3. They already give you. Okay, they ask you to draw for vulcanization, vulcanized rubber. This is unvulcanized rubber. Vulcanized rubber ada apa? Ada sulfur cross link. Okay, macam mana lukis? Lukisan dia sangat senang. Satu ikatan mesti ada 2 carbon ni sulfur atom. So ini puncak. Okay, first one you puncak, letak 1 sulfur, 2 sulfur like this. Okay, ini kamu dah ambil puncak kan? Ini gua ni bawah. Okay, bawah. You ambil bawah. Okay, so ini bawah. Cross link means dia kena macam ni tau. This is cross link. Faham eh? Okay, so ini bawah, you buat apa? 1 sulfur, 2 sulfur like this. Okay, ini atas, 1 sulfur, 2 sulfur like this. Okay, kena? Ini bawah, 1 sulfur, 2 sulfur. One runtime must have 2 sulfur atom. So S, like this. Okay, kena? Here you put S like this. So this is the vulcanized rubber. Once you already do this, what you all do? Label. Label what? Sulfur cross links. So ini pun boleh keluar. Okay, kena? You see the MRSM for ni 2025 paper ada soalan macam ni. Okay, any question? Any question? Okay, copy down this. Okay, done. So you all can watch recording. Okay, now look at this one. This is Terengganu trial paper 2019. Okay, later I will show you how to access all the trial paper question. Okay, try to do the objective question lah. Kena. Okay, so di sini baca diagram macam ni. Okay, so diagram we have 2 type of rubber, A, B. I don't know what type of rubber. Okay, can I? So what type of rubber? So this is latex. Okay, latex it undergo first process. So daripada ni sebelum bawa ke ni, they maintain in the liquid. That means this process, what is the name of this process? Okay, kita mencegah coagulation. So you put here anti-coagulation. Okay, anticoagulation or anticoagulation. To anticoagulation, you need to add what solution? Ammonia solution. Once they already bring to the factory or laboratory, they will do what? They will open the cap, they take the liquid, they add something. So this process is called coagulation. Coagulation in the, they put here laboratory. Okay, dia letak factory. Okay, dia letak laboratory. That means in the makmal. Makmal, we will add what? We will add ethanoic acid. Okay, kalau factory, methanoic acid. Okay, kalau factory, methanoic acid. So this process coagulation, they add what? Ethanoic acid. Or you can write methanoic acid lah. Methanoic acid or ethanoic acid because here glove, right? Okay, can I? Okay, any question? This rubber is what type of rubber? Unvulcanized rubber. Okay, getak tak ni tak tervulkanan. Okay, any question? Okay, after that they do what? They take the rubber strip A, mereka rendamkan dalam satu larutan. Okay, what is the name of this process? We call vulcanization process. Vulcanization process. Okay, pemvulkanan lah. Okay, so they soak in what solution? So you all put here, what is the name of the solution? Disulfur dichloride solution. Okay, and the rubber strip B is known as what? Is known as vulcanized rubber. So you guys already answer most of the question. So what they want, suggest the substance added to process 1 to ensure latex remain in the liquid. So I go and do, this is question number 5. So I put here 5. Okay, so master trial ada pelajar dia buat apa tahu? Dia buat macam ni tahu. Janganlah buat macam tu. Please, okay. Dia buat soalan B sini, soalan, okay. Soalan A sini, soalan D sini. Lepas tu dia buat soalan C di sini. Lepas tu dia minta saya cari sendiri. Ini keturutan dia. Kita akan buat soalan A dulu. Faham? Kawish? Ada Kawish ni?
Yes, sir.
Kavish, okay. Careful
Mm.
you tak buat lah, but I just remind you kena.
Alright,
Okay,
sir.
question A, kena. Okay, suggest a substance, process 1. So you put how to do this one. So process 1. Process 1, the substance used is what? Okay, the substance used to coagulate. So what is the process? Anticoagulation. So what is the name of the substance? So you all put here ammonia. You already got 1 mark. Ammonia solution. Okay, now we go for next requirement of the question. So until the ligand blah. Okay, then process 2. Substance added in process 2 to turn the liquid latex into solid. So process 2. Coagulation of latex. So I put here process. Process 2. They add what? The substance. Okay, the substance used, you can use methanoic acid or ethanoic acid. Okay, so I use methanoic acid lah sebab ada glove kan. So I put here methanoic acid. Once add methanoic acid, it will turn into solid. Okay, so saya dah dapat 2 markah. Okay, next question. I check the question, requirement of question. Next, state the name of process 2 and process 3. Process 1 dia tak tanya. Okay, process 1 tak ada dalam sukatan kamu. So, dia tanya process 2. Process 2 is coagulation. Process 3 is vulcanization. So, I put here process 2. What is the name of the process? Is called Process 2 is called coagulation. Coagulation of what? Coagulation of latex. Saya dah dapat 1 markah. And I go for process 3. What is the name of the process 3? I put here vulcanization. So saya dah score 4 markah. Any question? Okay, out of 7 saya dah score 4 markah, saya happy, but I want all the marks. Okay, can I? So I check again, name the process ni. So state the type of rubber A, rubber B, and state the solution X. So rubber A is known as what? Don't put natural rubber. For this, you all put here. Okay, so I put here rubber. Rubber A. Rubber A is called unvulcanized rubber. So I put here unvulcanized rubber. Kalau you tulis natural rubber pun diterima juga. Okay, so I do here rubber B. Rubber B is what rubber? We put vulcanized rubber. So saya dah score 6 marks here. Any question? Very simple. Okay, state the solution X use. Mana solution X ini? They used to rendamkan, right? What is the name of the solution X? So I put here the solution. Solution X is what? Disulfur. Disulfur, dichloride. Dichloride solution. This solution should be rendamkan dalam satu larutan organic solvent. So you nak letak macam ni pun dapat markah. So I already score 7 marks for this. Any question? Okay, copy down this. Okay, you all redo again. Okay, so if we can continue, one person angkat tangan. Okay, join. Okay. Okay, now we go for this question. This is trial 2021 SBB paper. Dia terlalu complicated, so saya dah mudahkan. They take rubber strip X. Okay, tengok baca Okay, rubber strip X. Okay, they do what? They hang 100 gram weight. Okay, kena. So rubber strip X 100 gram. Bila dia letakkan pemberat, dia memanjang. Okay, 12.35. Okay, dapat. After they remove the weight, so what will happen? This rubber unable to return to its original length. Okay, the rubber unable to return to original length. Patut dia kembali ke 12.00. Dia kembali ke keadaan ni panjang asal, tapi dia tak dapat pergi. So this is what rubber, okay, unvulcanized unvulcanized rubber. Okay, and we check this one, 12. Okay, pemanjangan dia sikit je, that means this is more elastic, and after the weight remove, almost dia sudah sampai ke original length. Original length lah. Ini kita buat dekat laboratory, right? So kita buat sekejap je rendam. So that means this is called what rubber? Vulcanized rubber. Okay, because it's able to return to its original length after, ataupun dia punya extension after the weight is removed. Okay, is very small. Very small. So this rubber more elastic. So which tuliskan di sini. So rubber Y, okay, is more elastic. Elastic than rubber X. So ini kalau ditanya dalam exam lah. Any question so far? Okay, so apa dia tanya? State the type of rubber X, rubber Y. Compare and explain the differences in increase in the length after the weight is removed. 6 markah ataupun 7 markah. Saya letak 6 markah lah. Okay, any question? So what I do here, I classify what is rubber X and rubber Y. So I put here, so this is question number 1. Okay, I put question B. Okay, so I put rubber X, then I put rubber Y. So rubber Y dia X dia tak dapat kembali ke keadaan asal. Dia dapat kembali. So rubber X I put here, okay, unvulcanized rubber. So I already score 1 mark. This one is vulcanized rubber. So I already score 2 marks. Any question? Any question? Okay, so saya nak fokus pada apa? Saya nak fokus pada this. Okay, because we want to focus on positive result, right? We want vulcanized rubber to make tire all right. So I focus this. So now we go and check what they want. Okay, they want you to compare, bandingkan. Compare and explain the differences in increase in the length. Dia dah bagi tahu dah, increase in the length. Okay, increase in the length of rubber ni after the weight is removed. So apa you buat, ditulis ini increase in the length of rubber. Okay, which rubber? Okay, rubber after weight removed. Okay, so I put here second point. So first point done, right? Second point done. Johan, yeah. Johan,
Sorry, sir.
why angkat tangan? Kenapa you orang angkat tangan?
Accident, sir.
Saja. Hey, y'all, can we continue? Anyone can respond?
Yes, sir.
Then why y'all simply angkat tangan lah?
Sir.
Ayah.
Tadi tak turun tangan, sir.
Saja angkat tangan. Okay. Okay, so I put here this one. Increase. Then saya tengok ni. Increase in the length. So I write down. Increase in the length. Okay, length of rubber. Okay, rubber Y. Rubber Y. Saya ambil rubber Y. Okay. Rubber Y. So put here. Then I write down after the weight is removed. So I put after the weight. Okay. Weight is removed. Okay. Smaller or bigger. Kamu tengoklah di sini. So it is small, right? Okay. So this is smaller. Okay. So I put here is small than. Okay. Is smaller than. Okay, so I put is smaller than rubber X. So kamu dah dapat satu markah. Any question? Any question? Okay, then you guys put here. So one more point, rubber Y is more elastic than rubber X. Satu markah. Any question? Okay, then explain. Dia minta kamu explain atau tengok. Tengok balik soalan, they ask you to explain or not. Yes, explain. So, rubber Y is vulcanized rubber, right? It contain what? Sulfur crosslink. So, you letak macam ni. Rubber Y. Rubber Y contains what? Contains, you guys put here, sulfur cross links. So, you put here sulfur cross links. Ayo, kenapa kacau nantilah. Okay, Nantilah. Okay, sulfur crosslink dia wujud antara mana? So between the rubber polymers. Between the rubber polymers. Okay, rubber polymers. Okay, between the rubber polymers lah. So ini sudah dapat satu markah. Okay, and next point, this cross link will do what? You boleh letak dash macam ni. Okay, prevent the, ayo. Okay, kejap. Kenapa orang ni kacau? Okay, so this one will prevent the rubber polymers from sliding over each other. So it will prevent the rubber, okay, polymers. So di sini kan rubber polymers of rubber white. You kena letak rubber white. Rubber white from do what? From sliding over each other or easily. Finish. Satu markah. Okay, last point saya letak. Okay, so when the weight is removed. Last point, when the weight is removed. Okay, saya letak. So rubber Y return to its original okay length, and it is more elastic. Itu je. So you already get full mark. Okay, so you guys want to check. Rubber X, unvulcanized rubber. Rubber Y, vulcanized rubber, satu markah. Next point, you have to compare increase in the length of rubber Y after the weight is removed is smaller, very small, than rubber X, satu markah. Rubber Y is more elastic than rubber X, so another mark. Rubber Y contains sulfur crosslink between the rubber polymers. This crosslink will make sure, or prevent the rubber polymers of rubber Y from sliding over. Okay, wait round ni. Okay, so sorry ni salah tau. This rubber crosslink okay, the sulfur crosslink of rubber polymers of rubber Y prevent, kena letak prevent, okay, the rubber polymers, okay, from what? From sliding over easily. So dia mencegah lah. Okay, prevent kena ada prevent the rubber polymer from sliding over easily. Okay, easily. When the weight is removed, okay, the rubber Y return to its original length. So ini jawapan dia. Okay, any question guys? It's very easy when you practice. So make sure practice lah. Okay, so saya tunjuk balik. So y'all nak screenshot. Rubber X unvulcanized, rubber Y vulcanized. Increase in the length of rubber Y after the weight is removed is smaller than rubber X. So satu markah. Rubber Y is more elastic than rubber X. Ini kamu boleh tulis last sekali pun, suka hati kamu. Okay, so next point, rubber Y contains sulfur crosslink between the rubber polymers. These sulfur crosslink rubber polymers, okay, or between the rubber polymers in rubber Y prevent the rubber polymer from sliding over easily. Satu markah. When the weight is removed, rubber Y able to return to its original length. Okay, any question guys? No question. Okay, if we can continue, one person angkat tangan. Okay. All of you understand? Okay, so sudah. Okay. Okay, next one. We check this question. Okay, one more question here. Okay, tire, shoe soles, tapak kasut. Okay, can be made up of rubber X or rubber Y. Okay, which rubber is suitable to make shoe soles? Okay, tapak kasut that can last longer. Give 2 reasons for your answer. So I choose rubber white. So kau tengoklah rubber white, vulcanized rubber. So I choose rubber white. 1 mark. Kenapa? Rubber why? Okay, kenapa? Because rubber why? Rubber why not easily oxidize, tidak mudah teroksida. So dia punya tapak takkan aus dengan cepat. Okay, and one more is resistant to eye heat. Okay, or it is more elastic. So boleh letak mana-mana. So saya letak rubber why is art. Okay, art also can, or you can put strong or resistant to it. Saya letak art je lah. Okay, any question? So I already score 3 marks. Any question? Okay, copy down this. Okay, we go for last part of rubber. Okay, that means dalam buku tu ada banyak soalan, you baca, yang ini pun kena baca. So tambah ini lah, can ah? Okay, can ah? Essay question. Okay, we go for last part. This one you all can cover ni, watch recording and do. Okay, last part in your buku, dalam buku saya bagi plastic waste. Okay, dalam buku plastic waste ada. Okay, why the plastic waste, improper disposal of plastic waste, okay, can cause pollution, how to overcome, dalam buku tu ada. Now I go for synthetic, okay, synthetic rubber waste. Okay, rubber waste. Dalam buku tak ada, so sekarang ada. Dia punya point sama sahaja. Any question? So they ask 4 marks. Question. Describe the environmental effects of improper disposal of synthetic rubber waste. Suggest 2 method to overcome this problem. Dua reason and you can write 2 method. Okay, any question? So this is very easy. So we do together. Okay, first point. So you tulis apa? First point, synthetic. Synthetic rubber. Rubber waste is biodegradable or non-biodegradable. So I put here it is non-biodegradable. So I put here degradable. Tidak mudah, okay, terurai. Okay, and this can cause what? Can cause block the drainage system. Sama je macam plastik, drainage system, and this can cause what? Cause, okay, banjir kilat. Okay, cause flash, okay, flash flood. Okay, any question? Satu markah. So satu pollution dah ni. Okay, point number 2. So we do what? Discarded. Okay, pembuangan. Okay, rubber items. Rubber items like what? Like tire. In the diagram they give ni waste tire lah. Tires, okay, can cause what? Like, okay, like tires, okay, can collect. Okay, can collect takungan air. So stagnant water. And this water become what? Become breeding. Okay, breeding ground. Ini pun ada dalam buku. Breeding ground for what? For mosquitoes. Okay. Okay, for mosquitoes. And this can cause what? Causes, okay, spread of diseases. Causes risk of, okay, diseases. What kind of diseases? Okay, such as dengue. Okay, dengue, malaria, all that. Any question? Okay, saya akan bagi 3. Okay, so kita ada 3, but you remember for this, remember 2 lah. Okay, so synthetic rubber waste is non-biodegradable, can block the drainage system, can cause flash flood. The discarded of rubber items. Okay, so I put here rubber items or synthetic rubber waste such as tire, all that can cause what? Can cause breeding ground for the mosquito and increase the risk of diseases such as dengue. One more, you can put like this: open burning. Open burning of synthetic, okay, rubber. Okay, rubber waste. Rubber waste will do what? Will release toxic gases. So I put here toxic gases like nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, all that. Okay, that can cause what? Can cause greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect Okay, and one more acid rain. Any question? Can cause greenhouse effect. Saya dah bagi 3, but you ambil 2. Okay, so method to overcome this. Very simple. First method, recycle. Recycle the synthetic rubber waste. Okay, into useful item lah. Okay, like playground surface. Such as you can put what playground surface. Playground surface, okay, flower what? Flower pot, okay, all that lah. Any question? Surface for road materials also can. Okay, number 1 done. Number 2, method number 2, we reuse this one. Okay, reuse this one. So the reuse the synthetic rubber waste, such as what? For to make what? Gardening, construction of gardening, construction, art, or whatever. Gardening lah, saya ambil satu. Any question? So you guys already score full mark for this. Okay, polymer, any question? Any question? Tak ada, eh? Okay, so kamu nak salin point 1, salin. Synthetic rubber waste is non-biodegradable, tidak mudah reput, okay? Ataupun tak terbiodegradasi. Can block the drainage system, can cause flash flood. Okay, dapat pembuangan. Discarded of what rubber item like tire, can collect or stagnant water and become breeding ground for the mosquito, causes or increase the risk of diseases such as dengue, 1 mark. Okay, open burning of synthetic rubber waste release toxic gases that can causes greenhouse effect and acid rain, 1 mark. Okay, recycle the synthetic waste, okay, to make a playground surface, flower pot, all that. Reuse the synthetic rubber waste to make gardening, all that lah, for the gardening purpose all lah. Okay, any question? Any question? Okay, no question, eh? Okay, if already copy down, angkat tangan seorang.
Angkat tangan.
Angkat tangan, Amar. Okay, dah. Okay, so after you finish this, you go to the book. Okay, go to the book. Okay, so inside answer already given. I already shared the answers, right? Okay, so what you guys do here, the synthetic rubber for objective question kena prepare. Okay, what is polymer? Memorize. Ini kena memorize untuk objective question. Okay, after memorize ini semua baca. Lepas tu practice this equation. If they give this is polyethylene, 1 mark. Okay, make through what? Addition, polymerization, equation practice. They give you toys or they give you the water bottle, the one you bring, not mineral water, the one you bring to your school, Tupperware. Okay, ataupun they give you the PPE suit, wear by doctors all lah. Okay, is made up of what? Polypropylene. Baca. Okay, dah baca. Ini adalah polystyrene. Polystyrene, baca, buat, ambil ni equation. Ini wajib baca. Okay, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Dia punya monomer name chloroethane. Equation dia sangat senang. Okay, after baca ni, nylon. Nylon is and terylene is made up of what? Condensation. This one also, nylon also, condensation polymerization. Okay, sudah ingat, eh? Okay, lepas tu buat soalan ni. Jawapan ada dalam buku. Okay, lepas tu polymer, synthetic polymer ada 3 jenis. Kalau dia bagi macam ni, this is thermoplastic. Thermoplastic bagi 2 properties. Can be remold, can be recycled. Contoh ada di sini, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, all that. Nylon also can. Kalau dia bagi macam ni, this is thermosetting polymer. Ingat contoh 2 je, BM, bakelite and melamine. Cannot be remold after eating, cannot be recycled. 2 cukup. Ini dia bagi elastomer. Elastomer, all kind of rubber, SBR rubber, vulcanized rubber, natural rubber, can be stretched and return to its original length, poses high elasticity. Baca. Lepas baca, tengok satu soalan saya buat. Ini pun boleh keluar. Ini essay question no. 6 markah. Kena ingat juga. Okay, lepas tu you buat apa? You tengok soalan ini. Lepas tengok soalan ini. Tengok silap-silap soalan ni keluar. Sebab tu saya dah bincang. Ini kita dah bincang dah. Soalan ni buat. Tadi saya punya soalan pun buat. Okay, so tengok ni. Plastic waste. Saya buat benda yang sama je. Sana rubber waste, sini plastic waste. Method, sini sudah ada. Baca. Okay, dah. After that, this experiment. Kita dah bincang, saya dah bincang nylon. Once you get nylon, condensation, polymerization, ini baca properties, another polymer, terylene. Okay, so what is the properties of nylon? Elastic, very strong, non-toxic. Any question? Baca lepas tu buat soalan ni. Jawapan ada dalam buku. Baca ni, ini saya dah buat untuk kamu. Baca saja. Okay, kan eh? Okay, after that, what you guys do here? Baca yang ni semua lah. Okay, ini tengok equation tadi kita buat kan? Dah buat. Okay, so baca. Cuba buat ini. Tadi punya soalan, cuba buat. Okay, after that, you see, if not treated, it will coagulated together ni. Coagulated itself. Kenapa? So, jawapan ada di sini. Bacteria will feed on the protein membrane and hydrogen ion nucleus. Tadi punya jawapan. So, how to overcome this one? Okay, ini bila dia coagulate, dia tambah apa? Methanoic acid. So, methanoic acid coagulant. Jawapan ada sini. Baca. Okay, ini tengok. Tadi punya soalan. Okay, ada kan? So, jawapan ada sini. Okay, so why natural rubber less elastic? Describe the elasticity of natural rubber and vulcanized rubber. So, ini ada jawapan juga. Baca. Okay, kan? Okay, lepas tu eksperimen tengok. Ni tengok kan? Dan buat soalan ini. Tadi punya soalan, kalau you dapat dah baca, ini pun boleh buat. So, sini pun ada latihan. Ini pun boleh buat. Okay, so settle. Any question? Okay, I go for last part because you all need to learn also or do self studies nanti kira ni. Nanti orang maju. Okay, kita tengok satu soalan. I want you all to do this question. Okay, this experiment cuba hafal structure question Okay, I want you all to do this question. We do together. Okay, under chapter 5 form 5. Okay, buku kamu jawapan ni pun saya dah buat. So you punya kerja baca saja. Okay, this is 2021 Selangor State Trial Paper. Okay, saya ambil soalan. Dan ini saya ambil daripada satu lagi state trial paper. So saya letak. Okay, so they ask once you see this is what you all letak di sini, soap making process. What is the name of soap making process? Saponification. Okay, palm oil. Palm oil bulatkan this is natural ester. Semua kena ingat. What is the name of the soap making process? Jawapan kamu saponification. 1 mark. Okay, state the name of the alkali. Dia kata di sini potassium palmitate. Palmitate ini adalah palm oil. Palm oil. Potassium ini adalah alkali. What is the name of the alkali? You ambil potassium ion, alkali what ion? Alkali hydroxide ion, right? Letak sini. So what is the name of the alkali? So you put here potassium hydroxide. Kalau dia letak sodium palmitate, sodium hydroxide. Then di sini kan, this one, okay, so saya lukiskan Okay, dah dapat? Okay, dia bagi macam ni. So this is Okay, dia bagi RCOO negative, K positive. This is soap. Okay, then remember this ion is soluble ion. Very difficult to dapat solid, you know. So if you want to dapatkan solid, you have to add sodium chloride. Once you add sodium chloride, you can see a lot of white color solid form. And this white color solid is soap. So what is the function of sodium chloride added in saponification reaction? To reduce the solubility of soap. You already score 1 mark. Any question? Any question? No question. Okay, faham Okay, so next one, you see this experiment. Okay, this experiment add water, circle add water, you tulis calcium ion and magnesium ion. Add water contains calcium ion and magnesium ion. Dia letak soap solution. Oily stain lepas wash still remain. Oily stain remain. Add water cleaning agent P. Cleaning agent P. Okay, oily stain sudah hilang. So ini adalah remove. So cleaning agent P adalah apa? detergent. So name the cleaning agent P. So jawapan kamu adalah detergent. So saya dah score full mark lah. Dia bagi 4 ni. Okay, can I explain the differences in observation? Mula-mula you kena compare observation. Okay, so macam mana nak compare? Oily, stain. Stain. Okay, saya fokus pada set 2. Oily stain in set 2. Okay, is remove. Sebab saya nak fokus. Saya nak pakaian saya tak nak kotor. Saya nak dia hilang. So, oily stain is remove. In set 2, remove. While, okay, so I put here while oily stain. Stain is remain. Remain in set 1. So, saya dah compare observation. Satu markah. Okay, then they ask you to explain. So how to explain? So you put here art water. Water contains I concentration. I concentration of what ion? Calcium ion. Saya tulis dengan lengkap calcium ions and magnesium. Magnesium ions. You already score another mark. Any question? Okay, saya fokus pada soap dulu. Okay, kena. So, macam mana soap ni letak di sini. Okay, anion. Mesti tulis anion. Bila you letak soap, dia larut, dia pecah, dia akan bentuk kepala ada charge. So, you must put anion. Okay, anion of soap. Okay, will react. React with, okay, I letak symbol calcium ions, okay, and magnesium ions. Ions and will form what? Form scum. It will form scum. Cukup. Thus, soap and ion of soap fail to clean, form scum. You already score 1 mark. Okay, you nak letak task, it's failed to ni clean semua, suka hati kamu lah. Okay, next point I do here. An ion of detergent. Detergent. Okay, detergent does not react. React with, okay, calcium ion, okay, and magnesium ion. Okay, then you put your scum is not formed. Thus, it clean the oily stain remove. Okay, finish. You already score full mark. Any question? Kalau soalan ni, lepas itu apa you buat? You pergi baca modern medicine, semua baca, buat soalan. Buat soalan, buat soalan. Sampai you all faham. You tak perlu pergi mana-mana. Just baca buku je. I already give everything. Okay, any questions so far? No question. Okay, so that's all for today. Esok last slot. So saya akan tak tidur sampai. Jangan ni y'all baca dulu Saya kena buat untuk section C. Saya kena buat cari soalan untuk section C. So saya akan buka mata sampai 2 AM 3 AM. Okay, y'all dah janji dekat saya y'orang akan belajar sampai 4 AM. Okay, so esok our class will be at 3 PM. Last class. Lepas tu saya bye-bye, y'orang pergi jawab. Okay, so take care semua. Kita jumpa esok 3 PM. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, bye semua. Ya.
Pukul berapa, sir?
Hah?
Pukul berapa, sir?
Esok pukul 3.
3. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
bye. Bye, bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Sof.
Have a good
Bye, Faris. Bye, Zuan.